Hey, boys and girls, Miss Wallace here. I want to talk to you a little bit today about text structures. So, we talked about text features earlier in the week and how you kind of can distinguish between these two. If you think of a human, okay, your features are what we kind of see on your face. You've got brown eyes, you have freckles, you have a small nose, maybe you have big ears. Those are your features. And we saw that features of a text includes things like diagrams, sidebars, pictures with captions. So it's kind of that visual effect. Today we're talking about text structure. So how is the text written? How is it built, or how is it put together? Authors will design their text in a very specific way to accomplish their goal of typically in nonfiction of informing you, but they choose how they want to do it. So we have text structures, and we have 6 different examples here or definitions, and I've got the little text structures written on a sticky tab so we can plop that down there. So what we see is sometimes authors would like to compare and contrast. They want to show you how things are similar or maybe how they're different. And so if we look for the definition of that, we see similarities and differences are presented for 2 or more topics. So that would be our compare and contrast. Okay. Sometimes an author wants to present a problem, but then they also want to give you the solution. And so we see that one here. This is our example. A problem is presented with 1 or more solutions. You could have more than 1 solution. Maybe they want to ask a question, but they do want to provide the answer for you. They don't want to just leave you hanging. Sometimes authors will do it that way. Maybe even kind of a catchy question. Have you ever seen a monster from the deep? And you're like, oh wow, what are they talking about here? And so then they follow it up with an answer, kind of like our book from this week, Giant Squid, Monsters from the Deep. So that could be question and answer. You see that here. Maybe a cause and effect. Something causes an outcome. For instance, it's cold outside today. That is the cause. The effect is that I am going to put on a coat because it is cold outside. So we see that ideas, events, or maybe even facts are presented as causes in relation to the resulting outcome, or what we would call the effect. Okay. Last 2 here, sequence. We've talked about sequence quite a bit. We looked at timelines with our text features. We know that's giving us a specific order of events, also known as chronological order. So you'll see that a lot. That's going to be sequence. And then maybe they're just wanting to inform you about a topic. Maybe I want to write a book about dandelions, and I just want to provide information to you so that you can learn some more about dandelions. That would be just a description. Okay? So those are going to be your 6 main text structures. What I want you to do with this activity this week is take these 6 text structures, and I'm going to give you some examples. Okay? And you see that we have little numbers down here in the bottom left corner. And so we're going to do a couple of these together just to kind of get an idea. So if we start with the first one, they're saying kittens are similar to lions. They're both felines. They both have sharp teeth. However, a lion is much bigger than a kitten. Do you see these keywords here, like similar or however? Now they're telling us how they're different. So that would be, what do you think? Similarities and differences? That's going to be a compare and a contrast. Okay? So as you're answering these this week, if you will just draw a box and type, it could be above the box, it could be just down here next to the number if you have space there. It could even be in the white space below the box. Just make sure I can tell which one you're relating to. What about number 2? How long should people sleep each night? Doctors say that people should get an average of 8 hours of sleep per night. So take a look at that. How did they write this? I see they've started off with a question, and now they've given us an answer. So that would be the text structure of question and answer. Number 3, since we ran out of bread, we went to the grocery store to buy more. So here, we ran out of bread. And what did that lead us to do? We had to go to the grocery store. So this one is going to be a cause and an effect. Now, sometimes people will confuse cause and effect with problem and solution. You really have to study those two and really look at the text, how it's written. Here, it's just telling us because we ran out of the bread, then we had to go to the store. Okay, so that's why we're going to call that one cause and effect. All right, let's look at number 4. There are many signs to tell when a dog is angry. For instance, it might growl and show its teeth. What do you think they're telling us here? They're really just describing the signs of when a dog might be angry, giving us some information, and so we would just say that's a description. All right, let's go to, I'm trying to be purposeful here in which ones I'm choosing. Let's go down to number 9. To make a great snowball, first I find clean wet snow. Next, I roll the snow into a ball. Then I pack it tightly together and throw it. Look at these key words here. First, next, then. I see that they're trying to give me like a recipe to make a great snowball. But they're telling me how to do it in a very specific order. And so that's going to be a sequence. All right, let's look at number 8. If you have trouble naming the 5 Great Lakes, then think of the word homes. It stands for Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. So here you've got a problem. You're having trouble remembering the names of the Great Lakes. So let's give you a solution. Think of an acronym, HOMES, and each letter is standing for the Great Lake. Okay, so that would be problem and solution. So I've already done 6 of these for you. You're going to do 5, 6, 7 on your own, as well as a few more. There's another page. So you're just putting whether it's compare and contrast, question and answer, cause and effect, description, problem and solution, sequence. Pay real close attention between these two to make sure you don't get mixed up on those. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you have fun with it.